なんかこれあれですか？
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
ガルパンおじさんが聖地巡礼で行くみたいな感じの話ですかね。
A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude.
これ絶対普通のドラッグじゃないですよね。これ1やった人はわかると思うんですけど。普通のおっさんがブランカになる麻薬がありましたからね。なんかこの子すごいヒロイン感があるんですけど、もしこの方がヒロインだとしたら、私、非常に発言に気をつけないとね、YouTube さん、青少年に対してのね、性的表現とかすごい厳しいですからね。はい、皆さん、こんにちは、こんばんは、もしくはおはようございます。デッドリープリモニション2実況プレイの第2回目ですね。続きをやっていきたいと思います。
Zach.
この声は、彼ですね。
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
すごい懐かしく感じますけどね。そんなに経ってないんですけど。答えざるを得ないですね。
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
再び混沌に向かいますか。もう本当混沌でしたけどね。今回はどんなお話が待ち受けてるんでしょうか。デッドリープリモニション2始まりますね。なんかこの字体のタッチと私のアバターのタッチが微妙にシンクロしてるのがなんとも。2005年サマー。なんか1と全然雰囲気違いますね。ルイジアナ州ルカレ。南の方ですよね、確か。あら、かわいい鳥さん。なんか加えてますね、これ。これあれじゃないの？ルアーというか疑似絵？
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
あれ、これくれるんですか？ヨークさん。若干モデリング違うけど、やっぱり似せてきてはいますね。
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
プロ意識高いですね。デイビッド・ジャワラ、シェフ。
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zacky's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
語り口が完全にワンのまんまですね。すごいな。順番に聞いていきますかね。被害者。
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
クラークソン家の孫娘。
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it.
トンボの紋章。
Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal.
トンボって結構獰猛なんですよね。
They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant.
すごいな。
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know?
もうなんか全部牛耳ってる感じなんですね。
They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
クラークソン家について。
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You bet that family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast.
ギャングより立ち悪いってことですかね。
They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
開拓者ってことなんですかね。
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters.
P.J. クラークソン、怪物。
And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
まあそりゃね、怪物じゃなくてもピリピリして当たり前ですけども。
So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
リース・クラークソンさんっていう人がなんかまあ、被害者って言ってたんですけど、冒頭でもある最初の被害者の死体がやっと発見されたみたいな話だったんですけど、ここちょっとなんか矛盾してますよね。
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here.
本当の意味でのクソど田舎ってすごいな。
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed, sure. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you.
なんか南部柄が悪いみたいな話ちょいちょい聞きますよね。本当なのかわかんないんですけど。
This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way, like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
ニューオーリンズについて。
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart,
まあ脱線始まりそう。
and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
いや本当にね。
Cat People.
あ、この映画の話ワンでもしてたと思うんですよね。
That's my point. Cat People. 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all.
これリアルですか？シュールですよね。
Understand? I'm talking about hyperrealism.
ハイパーリアリズム。ちょっと勉強してきます。
After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself.
なんかこれあれですか
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
ガルパンおじさんが聖地巡礼で行くみたいな感じの話ですかね。
Okay.
Another vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
あ、この話もしてた気がする。
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder.
あ、ブルーサンダー覚えてますよ。
Masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
ヨークさん多分にね、なんというかこう、厄介オタクな気質があるんでね。
Period.
人を置いてきぼりにするんですよね。
You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
まあちょっとそこも愛らしいところではあるんですけど。
Whatever you say, mister.
でもほら、完全にデイビッドさん引いてるもん。
So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it.
多分ね、喋ってね、満足してるんですよね、もう。
I already covered all the important parts.
相手が聞いてるかどうかは関係ないですよ。
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
懐かしい。もう絶対ワンでこんな感じだったもんな。
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
祭壇。
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah. Wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces. Scattered around the altar like.
バラバラの状態で祭壇に並べられていた。
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered us.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
いや、まあ向いてるとは思いますけどね。最後、街での移動手段について。
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere.
これ、
That's
真顔で
precisely
言
what
って
it
るのが
means
面
to be
白
an
い。
FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities.
そこはちゃんとしてますね。
And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
別の移動手段。
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
いや、多分聞きたくはないと思いますね。
But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. And who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter.
また脱線し始めた。
1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs.
そういうの好きなのは気持ちわかりますよね。私もシドミード大好きですからね。
It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself.
ちょっとその気持ちはわからない。
Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get
あ、
stolen?
素晴らしい軌道修正ですね。
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it.
完全にやられてますね。
And in its place, they left me this.
これ
What?
えスケボー
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden... Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
まさか。
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
これで
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few
10
tricks.
マイル走ってんの
It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
ち
ょっと待って、これで移動していくの今回。
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Elise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach. The searing light. These scents. It's the deep south.
Deep South。なんか、テーマソングのタイトルそんなんでしたよね。あれ、ご飯食べてないじゃん。
Fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
いや、それは知ってるんですけど、ちょっとこのご時世ね、食品廃棄にはね、非常に厳しいですからね、こういうのやめた方がいいですよ。とはいえね、ヨークさん何も変わらない。全く何も変わってない。すごいね、10年ぶりに出した新作なのに何もブレてないね。素晴らしいですね。ロード画面がちょっと長めなんでね、適宜カットはしていくと思いますけれど。ヨークの部屋に戻り、事件の情報を整理する。新しいクエストを受注しました。グラフィックがなんというか、ちょっとトゥーンシェードっぽいですね。走り方なんか変だな。扉を開けるのにワンテンポあるな。 相変わらずホテルが無駄に広いですね。1も広かったですけど。あそこがヨークさんの部屋なのかな？ああ、もう完全に1の音楽だ。ああ、ヨークさんはこうですよね。こんな感じ、こんな感じ。
サンルージュ。
サンルージュ
Chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach? I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much.
なんか年季入ってますね、これ。
This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami.
なんか軍隊の支給品のカバンってこんな感じなんですよね。
Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
いやいやいや、それはさすがに。
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude.
これ絶対普通のドラッグじゃないですよね。これ1やった人はわかると思うんですけど。
I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor.
普通のおっさんがブランカになる麻薬がありましたからね。
Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
さすがにそのカバンは変えた方がいいと思うね。
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
エビデンスボード。あ、ここの音楽も完全に一緒な気がする。
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states.
新興ドラッグ。これ絶対赤い種の粉ですね。
Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
リース・クラークソン。
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar.
祭壇。凶器が斧っていうのも気になるな。
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
エビデンスボードコンプリート。今回はこれで事件を整理していくのかな。
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly
アイランド
artistic.
ね、なんかこう、映像すごい綺麗でしたね。
An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi.
アートサイファイ。
That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
そんなジャンルになってるかはちょっとわかんないですけど、まあとてもすごい映画だったなっていう記憶がありますね。どなたかが訪ねてきましたね。扉をノックした相手を確認する。これいちいちクエストっていう形にする必要はあるんですかね。なんかちょっと待って、何これ。すごっ。おしゃれ。絶対泊まりたくないな。鏡クローゼットか。
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
クローゼットでは衣装の変更やクリーニングを行うことができます。そうですね、1もそうだったんですけど、服がだんだんね、汚れていくので、適宜ね、クリーニングに出さないといけなかったんですよね。今2着あるのか。とりあえず変える必要はないでしょう。で、こっちは、ツールボックス。アイテムを預けたり出したり、出したり入れたり、ね、物を出したり入れたりできるという。大好きですね。ミスターアリゲーターで消費する弾。ミスターアリゲーターって銃かな。左が自分の持ち物で、右側が預けてる分かな。結構持てる量が多い気がするね。あ、すごい。肉弾戦ができる。これ電話か。あ、セーブできますね。そう、セーブポイントは電話機なんですよね。進捗報告手当もらえるかな。前回はね、進捗報告しただけで手当もらえた。あ、もらえないんだ。しけてますね。あとヒゲ剃りは前ヒゲ剃り手当もらえたんですよ。ヒゲ剃れるね。なんかもらえた？でも表示が出ないからよくわからないですね。とりあえず先に行きましょう。